We've spoken about two of the big reasons that people are voting no, as per the Guardian Essential poll, but there are a lot of other reasons why people are voting no or are undecided. Liberal MP Julian Leeser said on this podcast recently that he's concerned that people may tune out of the referendum process because of the cost of living crisis, because people are, struggling day in, day out and aren't engaging in some of these bigger ideas. Paul, is the economic situation, could it be a deciding factor here?
I think so. So I think Anthony Albanese's theory of the case is that there's a lot of misinformation around. So if we can just explain what the voice is to people, that will be reassuring to them, and then that will move them from undecided to yes. But I think the dynamic that has developed is that the government's campaign for the voice has become a victim of the terrible economic circumstances of very high inflation, of 12 interest rate rises in a row, and of very high rents, where people are not in a very good frame of mind to be thinking about more abstract things like constitutional recognition. Sad to say, non-Indigenous Australians don't seem to have a huge generosity of spirit at the moment. I'm worried that the dynamic that is developing is that it's not the more people hear about it, the more reassured and the better they feel. It's the more people hear about it, the more some people complain that it's an inappropriate level of focus on this one issue from the government, and what have they done for me lately? And I just feel like this question is being decided at a really bad time for the government. It's just not ideal that it's come when it has.
Larissa, as an experienced campaigner, how do you change minds and speak to people about big issues when times are tough?
Yeah, we have this adage in campaigning, it's like when you're explaining, you're losing. You're getting lost in the detail. And really, it's not the facts that drive people. In order to reach people, you need to do things that kind of cut across and cut through the kind of noise right now. And so we talk about mobilising around values, because values can kind of go across political lines. People can believe in the value of self-determination, the idea of like whoever you are, regardless of income, your race, where you grew up, that you should have the right to make decisions about your own life. Don't be a constitutional lawyer. Don't try and be an expert at what the detail is and what the government is saying, because the detail is there and it also isn't there in a bunch of different reasons, and it doesn't help. So what does help is actually going out to people and talking about why you're thinking about supporting this and actually explaining your reasoning behind it. And that might be because you believe in people making decisions about themselves, but you don't actually have to make the government's argument around the actual constitutional change and those types of things. So moving to more simple-based reasoning around why you personally support this thing, and that could be in line with your political values and those types of things, or your support for First Nations people. All those are persuasive reasons to say that you're for this thing.